Hi.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the KnitChat Cafe. So we are joining you, or you're joining us here on the KnitChat Cafe in Southwestern Ontario, where apparently it's still winter.
Right?
The only good thing is we can still wear our winter sweaters, but yeah,
Yes.
still winter. Although it's supposed to be like 22 by the weekend.
Well, it's hard to believe that, but it is. It's
Yeah.
going to be. So,
Yeah. But anyways, we are a knitting podcast from Southwestern Ontario, mostly knitting. We do other things too. Kelly sews. I weave and spin and knit, and we make
bake.
candles sometimes.
And we make
bake.
candles.
Yeah. So lots of crafty things. So this is our Tuesday night knit chat in the KnitChat Cafe. So it's kind of our informal, just get together with your knitty friends and just talk about whatever happens to come up. We also do have a formal podcast where we go into our projects in more detail and tell more about, a lot of modifications and things that we made in them. But this is just informal, and we just want to see what you're knitting and show you what we're knitting and see what everybody's up to.
And so if you are returning here on a regular Tuesday, welcome back. And if you're brand new, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah. We've actually gotten a fair number of new followers in the last few weeks. Oh, excuse me. This is going to be a recurring issue. My throat is still a little off. So if you're new to the podcast and new to a Tuesday night, we're really happy to see you in here. And it's very interactive. So if you're sitting in front of a keyboard and you have the opportunity to type in some comments, please do so. And
so
that's
I'm gonna maybe go through and just say a quick hello to everybody. There was people in here before we were, so thanks to those people for getting the show started. So I'll say hi to Glenda, Beth, Sherry, Valerie. Who else do we have here? We have Elaine. Trudy, Catherine. Let's see here. You guys are having a good conversation. We have Beth, we have Sue, we have Maureen, we have Rebecca, we have Lillian, Lynn, Lise. We've got Carol, Kathy, Cheryl, Nicole. Who else do we have? We have Luana, Susan. Oh, I always manage to put comments up there. We've got Sue, Alexa, Shelley, Laura, Teresa. We've got Joan, Cindy, Janet, lots of people. Mindy. Anyways, welcome to everybody. The list gets longer and longer, I think, every week. We've got Marianne, and Marianne, I know we're complaining about the weather, and it's nothing compared to what you have in Manitoba, but it's still cold. Anyways, welcome everybody. Glad you could make it and join us here in the KnitChat Cafe. And
we should ask too, can everybody hear and see us okay? We often forget to mention that, but okay. So we weren't here last Tuesday, and that was on me. I got sick. I got COVID after 2 years of skirting that disease. It caught me, it found me, and it caught me. And I don't want to say that I got it in Montreal, but there's a pretty good possibility. And we were so careful. We were like sanitizing the heck out of everything, wearing our masks all weekend. But you know what? It just,
I know, but it's hard to say. We were on the train. We were in the train station in Toronto. So who knows, right? And I mean, they're saying the incubation period can be anywhere from 2 to 14 days. So like realistically, unless you know you were in contact with someone that had it, how do you really know how you got it? So
that's right. And you know what?
Anyway,
not being here last week sucked a whole lot too. Let me just say
it felt like Tuesday night just felt weird. I thought, oh,
it felt like it's been the longest time since we've caught up with everybody. And I'm happy to be back. And there was a whole lot of coughing. So I didn't think I could do a podcast last week without having some interweb coughing fit that nobody needed to see or hear. So much better this week, though. Much better. Back to work yesterday. And we're doing okay. So What is
But
everybody working
you
on
got
tonight?
lots of knitting done.
I did. I got lots of knitting done. I got a sweater almost finished, and the first few days I wasn't able to knit. I was pretty out for the count the first few days, but um, I'm on. I don't know. After that, I was able to sit and get a fair bit of knitting. So I worked on some socks, neither pairs, which I finished, but I got some sock work done. Um, I did start and almost finish a sweater, and it will be ready to show in the next few days. I can show what I have done on it tonight. It's some new yarn that I got. And then somebody did mention, oh, Karen. Karen is on day 4 with COVID. Do you remember?
Oh,
Remember when we used to say, oh, like Aunt Flo came to town, if you're ladies.
yeah.
And and I felt like saying, okay, COVID came to town and got me. But that's an aunt that I wish would leave. So anyway.
Okay, now I have a comment here about the candles. I'll just bring this up. Okay. Do you ever use leftover wax from previous candles? Is there a way to clean the wax, get the little bits of this and that may have dropped down into the wax? Anyone else know? What I do, if I've got, like, let's say I've got a candle and it burns down and the wick just doesn't seem to be cooperating anymore, I will take whatever wax is left in there and kind of scoop it out, and I'll put it in my little Scentsy pot and just like heat it that way, and you'll get the scent out of it. And then when I'm cleaning the jars, I pour boiling water into the jars, and then all the wax floats to the top. And then once the wax hardens and the water cools, you can just pop that wax off the thing and then just kind of give the rest of it a rinse out. So I find that's been the easiest way. I know you can put them in the freezer, but I just found the hot water worked well.
Okay.
So
Beth has come up with this answer too. She says to melt it down and strain it through an old tea towel, a t-shirt or a pillowcase, anything with a fine weave.
Fine weave, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And there's a few other people that have commented that they have the nasty bug this week too. So
well,
hopefully all of you are feeling better. I want to say a huge thank you. I put it on social media. I wasn't sure if I should, but then I thought, well, okay, I'm just going to put it out there that I had it. And then I got so many comments back from all of you, and with some helpful tips on how to help me get through it. And really just, it felt, it was very comforting to get all of those good wishes from everybody. And it helped. It helped. It was like having friends close by. And when you can't see people for a while, it was, quite a while before I could go out of the house or do anything. It was nice to have the comfort of friends through social media. So thank goodness, we have that, right? But anyway, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And anybody else that's in here tonight that has it or is going through it, I wish you all the best. It's not the most pleasant thing to go through. And I hope you're all feeling better soon.
I was going to pop this one up. This was from Beth. She said, I waited a full week to tell you about my first post order, first cast on love note. That is awesome, Beth. Awesome. So we go on about Holst all the time. So we're glad that I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I think it's a really good economical yarn, amazing colors, versatile because you can pair it with a lot of condiments and make lots of garments with it. So, so great, Beth. I hope you like it. So, and thanks for telling us. Thanks for sharing with us.
Oh, and our other Beth joined in and got some too. Yay.
Oh, good. Yay. Yay. We're glad you guys are trying it. I'd really like to try the woolly knits. But, the shipping from the UK, is more than the shipping from Denmark.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
I don't know how that is, but
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Cherie, we missed you too. She said she felt so lost last Tuesday. Trust me, I didn't know what to do with myself Tuesday night.
It's like Tuesday night. It's like, I don't even know what to do. Like, what's even on TV on Tuesday night? I don't know.
I have no idea. So
anyways, we for Easter, we did not get to see. I thought we were actually going to be able to have a visit with Jacqueline and Mike and Zoe, and we weren't because they got COVID. Zoe got it first. But anyways, and I was going to give her, I finished her hat. So I showed it to her, and I'll show it to you. So I finished her hat. So this is Zoe's Musselburgh.
So pretty too.
Right? And
so
she picked the pom-pom for it. And when I showed it to her on FaceTime, the first thing she says was, Grandma, are you going to show that on KnitChat? So I wish I could have a picture of her in it to show you, but actually I'm hoping by the time I do give it to her that she won't need to wear it until December.
Oh, good.
Hoping that the cold weather's over. But yeah, so that got done. And that was nice. And I don't even have another one on the go yet, but I think I'll probably cast another one on. So
Rosie is working on a Miserina holding the Holst double. Oh, that's going to be
nice,
gorgeous.
Nice.
That's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just get excited thinking about super soft, like, or any of the Holst yarns. And so the sweater I'm working on now is not Holst, but I've got some other projects waiting in the wings that are Holst.
Well, one of the sweaters that I'm working on is Holst. And Mary's saying here, I'm on Sleeve Island with my 5th Holst yarn project, the Dagny Raglan. And hopefully she'll be done in 1 or 2 weeks. So I'm on Sleeve Island with mine. Pull it over here. I got the whole body done and cast off. So this is the Silver Forest by Jennifer Stein-Gass. And yeah, it's on Sleeve Island. It might have been done, except for 2 weeks ago on KnitChat, everybody was talking about the Corvus pattern, so I had to cast it on. otherwise this might have got done. But I'm really happy with it. And yeah, I hope in the next couple of weeks I'll get those sleeves on there and get them done. So, and that's all in Holst. That's Holst in Cinnamon is this color. And then Almond is the off-white color, and then Kingfisher is the green color. Oh, and then there's Elderberry is the little burgundy color that kind of outlines it.
Are you holding that single or double?
This is single.
Right.
So this is a 28 stitch gauge, which is probably why I'm putting off the sleeves, because it's more stitches than.
So Kristen said that she had heard from a different podcaster that that's Coast, not super soft. I misread the comment that the Coast is brittle when held alone. I
haven't felt that. I have not found that. I know I watched that. I think it was Selma on Little Big Knits, and she said that. And I don't know if that was maybe just got the cone she's got, because that Coast feels soft when you're working with it.
So soft. Yeah, so soft.
So I don't know. Anyway, Kelly, show us your sweater.
Okay, so I'm working on the Coastal Crop Raglan. Although I'm not making mine a crop. So this is.
And it's not in Coast, even though it's.
And it's not in Coast. No, it's not. No. So it's hard. I can't tell there we are. We're in the screen. So I have one sleeve done, and here's what I really like about it is this neckline. It has just this little, I don't even know. It's a little bit of a slip stitch pattern. And like you're alternating the colors. And then the color is repeated on the cuff, just with a little, it's really just a small amount of detail. So this to me is kind of like, your favorite sweatshirt knit. And it also has just up here, and I don't even think you can see it, and probably won't be able to see it until I block it out. But there's just a tiny little bit of a lace pattern.
Oh, in the raglan?
In the raglan, yeah.
Okay.
So it's really just very, very basic, but I love it. And I am using, sorry for the noise, Drops Soft Tweed for this. So it's this, and it is 50% wool, 25% alpaca, and then it has the little tweedy neps in it, which are viscose. And what I really like about this yarn, the tweed, is the neps are really, really well integrated into the yarn. So I'm not a person that likes my neps hanging off the garment, because I feel that need to pick them off, and that's bad. I shouldn't do that. So they're really well into the yarn, so you don't get any of that. And I really, 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 really like it. So I'm almost done. I just have the bottom will have a split hem. So I have that to do, and then I just have one other sleeve. But these sleeves knit up pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the sleeves. It's just I got distracted.
Well, they're
which
not my
which I
favorite.
seem to easily get distracted. Like you get all the fun part done, and then it's like, okay, now what? So,
Mindy, yes, that pattern is by Tiff. Is it Nealon?
yes. Yep.
Nealon, Tiff
Yep.
Nealon. Yes, and
So,
I really like the pattern. It's a lot of fun. So yeah,
so Michelle says she just finished her second arboreal, and she's now smashing that stash, working on her simple hug cardigan by Cozy Up Knits. Awesome. So
good.
that's good. I had that. This is stash. This was stash before. What did we say? December 31st, 2021. So that was stash. Yes. And oh yeah, I did this. I finished this. Whoops, I'm knocking everything down here. So this was one that I was doing the Little Red Mitten had their Hold Me Double. Cal. So this is Full Moon Fibers Moon Rock Slub, and the color is Lavender Fields, and then it's held with Leo and Roxy Silk Mohair in the Fable color. It's got like 3 big fat tassels, and the tassels look really nice when you've got them on because you kind of get them all.
It's just hang in the right spot. Yeah.
Yep. And that was 1 skein of each. And this pattern is called Tassels in the Sky, and it is by Vincent Valapondo, and it's a free pattern. And it was nice. It was a super quick knit, and it just like the combination of the 2 yarns just feels amazing. And it looks really nice with a jean jacket with your tassels just hanging down. And yeah, so that was fun to knit that up. And I had knit a sweater in the Moonrock Slub, and I had like just under a full skein left, and I thought, well, I think it would look nice with that. And I'm really pleased with it. I really like the slub, and this fabric is so nice. I want to do a sweater. And I did see some love notes done with the slub, and they looked really nice, like a love note or a ranunculus. So I might do that. Don't know.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good.
So
what sweater are you
Valerie
wearing?
Says she has 6 active sweater whips.
I know.
And Gail says she's right. She has to remind that they're neps and not pills to pull off. So I think that depends on the kind of tweed. Like some of them have them woven into the fabric better.
Yes. And that's what I like about this. It's a very subtle tweed. Yeah.
Oh, Petra's talking about the Corbis. She said she finished the main part of the Corbis. She just has to do the sleeves, but got distracted doing a baby dress. So I am working on mine. I'll show you. So here's where I am. So I do have the main part done, which is you do it like in a it's like a triangle. I've got some pictures here to show you. Just a minute here. Okay, so I've tried it on. Right. So you've got that V, and where the pattern comes, it comes to a V down at the bottom. So you kind of knit that and the V in the back, and then you pick up under the arms and you kind of do short rows back and forth to create the part that's between the bottom of the V on both sides. So you're doing like a short row piece in here, and then you do the same thing. So here's the sleeve. You do the same thing on the sleeve. So the sleeve,
oh, that's really nice. I like that.
That V goes down so the V goes down almost to your elbow, but you pick up and knit back and forth to fill in that chunk of the fabric from the tip of the V right to the seam on the underarm. So it's kind of
really good. Cool, I like that.
It's a really cool construction. It's it was fun. It's fun. But again, now I'm at the stocking stitch part, so I'm like, okay, now I'm at the boring part. So anyway,
but there's not much in that sweater of that.
No,
it doesn't look like there's very much.
It's fitted, right? So it's like it comes down a little bit more, so it's not boxy. And the pattern is just 3/4 sleeves, but I have enough yarn. I honestly think I'm going to do them full length sleeves because it's a wool sweater. This is the
Sunday.
This is our yarn. Yeah, the Sonder Yarns Sunday. This is the 4-ply, and this is Sunday kind of love is the colorway. So yes.
Lots of Sundays.
So, and you can see it's got little baubles in it, but they're just little tiny baubles.
Subtle, very nice.
Yes. I like it. The baubles, they were really fun to knit. And I always do my baubles. I don't turn my work. I always just knit backwards. So if you look up a tutorial to knit backwards, it makes your bobbles so much easier than having to turn every time you do a bobble. Like, especially when you've got, I don't know, like millions of, well, not millions, but it seems like millions of bobbles across the row. But it's so much nicer to do them if you like you bobbles, like you do whatever the increases are. And then usually a bobble pattern will tell you to turn the work and pull back the knit back. But you don't have to do that. You can just look up a tutorial for knitting backwards and you can go back like that. And it's so much easier than having to turn the work. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to having that done. And this yarn is a dream to work with.
Yeah, I'm anxious to use mine. I got, my bag is sitting here beside me. Maybe I can find it. Oh, is it at the bottom?
But yeah, the pattern is by Natasha Hornsby, and she is Moonstruck Knits. Her patterns are awesome. Like, she's always got some kind of unique, however it's put together. So I couldn't really try that on until basically you've got the V's. And even when I tried it on after I had the V's and I was knitting part of the body, but you really can't get a good idea because your sleeve, it looks like your sleeve's going to be really bunched up here when you try it on before you start the sleeve. But so I put the body on hold and then did part of the sleeve so I could try it on, because you have to remember that that V comes down to here. But when you try it on and it's just on cords, it's all squished up here.
Right.
So you really can't get a good idea of what it looks like till you're kind of partway through. And it's the different patterns in it require different needle sizes because all the different stitch patterns have a different gauge. So, but yeah, it's really cool to knit. So,
and this is the color that I got, which is called Free Spirit.
That's pretty too.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I know but yours is much more vibrant than that though, than what it's.
Yes.
But it's looking like there, because there it looks a lot like my color and it's not. It's really much more pink than.
Yeah. So hopefully it's a color I can wear. I don't know.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what you're going to do with it?
No.
Well,
I'm not there yet.
I didn't know till the Tuesday after, and people started talking about the Corpus sweater, and I thought I really want to cast on that yarn. So.
Yep.
So it worked out perfect. So.
Susan's talking about making bobbles with a crochet hook. No knitting backwards or turning. She hasn't tried it yet, though.
Okay, I just do it with my needles, and I find that the knitting backwards works fine. Oh, Kathy says she forgot how to knit lace because she's been knitting Colorwork and vanilla socks. Cables and lace have been neglected. I kind of got back into, like, I like knitting lace, and I kind of was doing Colorwork a whole lot, but I like it all. I just wish I had more time to knit.
I go through stages. I get in a kind of like a time warp where I'm like, all I want to do is color work. And then I'm like, okay, well then something else will cross my radar. And then like, all right, now I'm just totally into that. That's all I want to do is the lace. I don't know. I keep changing around, and I like to have different things on the needles. Yeah. So once I get that sweater, that sweater that I'm working on is one of the most basic sweaters that I've knit in a long time, because it's just really a lot of stockinette, but it was perfect for the frame of mind that I was in the past week to be able to knit that. And I know I should be knitting summer sweaters. You and I were talking about this, that we know we should be knitting summer sweaters, but I don't want to.
I don't want to either. Not yet. I will, but not yet.
I knit summer sweaters because I know that I have to, and we should have summer sweaters. But to me, I so much more enjoy.
That's not what I know. That's not what I want to knit.
Yeah.
I'll knit them because I want them. So they're product knits. Because I don't enjoy working with, I don't mind a cotton wool blend. I like linen sweaters, but I really don't like knitting with linen. So
I don't like knitting with it, but when it's all done, I like it.
I know. I like the finished product.
Yes.
Yeah. So Nikki says she thinks that that pink will look just great on you, Kelly.
Okay. We're going to give it a go. I don't know what I'm making yet, but I'll keep everybody posted. And Petra is talking about the Matisse top that Dina from the Knitting Place test knitted. Petra,
I just favorited that. I was actually almost passing it on today. It's like a little tank top. If it's the one I'm thinking of, because it is, because I think it's got mohair and fingering in it, but it's the mohair is single, I believe.
I'm gonna look it up.
So yeah, yes, I will. Who knows, Petra? Maybe by next week I'll have that cast on, because I seem to be casting on lots of things. So
good.
Oh, and Karen wanted to know if I used the ladder back in my Miserina. I did, Karen, but Kelly did hers and she didn't, and hers was fine too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just left the floats long. I didn't catch any floats. I think just at the very bottom of the yoke, I think there were just a couple of places that I caught floats, but other than that, I let the floats go. I'm okay with that. Caitlin talks about embracing long floats, and I'm good with that. I just let them go. I figure if it's for me, I mean, I know to be cautious putting the sweater on. So if it were something that I was making for somebody else, then maybe I would do it differently.
Well, I caught them. I was using some of my hand spun, and some of it's not as tightly spun in some spots. So I wanted to make sure, because it would have more chance of breaking if I caught it. Then I think yours was in a superwash, which is a stronger and superwash. And I think you had stroll or something in your top, and that's got nylon in it, so it makes it stronger.
Yeah. Well, they were both stock yarns. I thought wasn't
okay.
The
oh yeah,
the main body of the
Roxy
sweater was the MCN.
Yeah,
and then the pattern work was a Knit Pick Stroll, which is a sock yarn. So
yeah. So
Janet's asking what was my best pattern, my favorite pattern. I don't know if I have a favorite.
I don't think I have a favorite.
I don't think I have a favorite. I've had things that I really enjoyed knitting, and then other things that I enjoyed the project more so than the knitting. I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I don't. We both really, really enjoyed making that Miserina, though. That was one of our favorite yokes.
Fun to knit.
We agreed on that.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I don't know. I pretty much like everything I knit. And if I don't really like it, I just don't finish it. I take it out.
Yep. So Valerie says that she actually gets less heated when she's wearing wool than cotton. And so that's where I think the coast is actually kind of a nice summer weight. It is wool, but I think it's 45% cotton, 55% wool. So you get that it's nicer to knit with than just 100% cotton. But you still get a nice light fabric, and you still get that little bit of bloom when you block it, right? That kind of fills in. So that was when we were talking about the coast earlier. I pulled out, and I'm showing this to you guys because I want to be held accountable. I have to finish this. I started this sweater in 2017.
Okay. Which one?
Okay. This is the Air. So the front is just plain stocking stitches, but crumpled up in a bag. But look at the back. It's gorgeous.
Oh, that is really pretty. Really pretty.
There's the back. Right. So it's all this lace.
Does it have sleeves?
This is coast. Yes. It's got like 3/4 length sleeves. I've got some pictures from her. Just a minute. I'll show you the. Okay, so there's the front. So the front's just plain. No, I guess it's got long sleeves, but you could do it with 3/4, which is what I might do because it's in the coast. Yep. So that's the front, and then there's the back.
Oh, so that's really nice.
Yeah,
get that finished.
I know. So that's why I'm showing it, because I have to get it finished. But that back is so pretty.
It's really pretty. I love it.
So
who's that pattern by?
That is called the Air, EYRE, and it's by Amy Miller.
Okay, get that finished.
And yeah, like this is the coast, and this is the coast colored cocoa, but it actually looks like it
looks more like
purpley color,
purpley lavender,
like a lilac-y purple color. So I really want to finish it. And I think what I need to do is I need to block it, because I need to seam like partway down the sides, and it actually does have a little bit of a split hem at the bottom, but I need to seam a little bit down the sides just so I can pick up the stitches for the arm. And I think that's what's putting me off, is just the seaming. But I think I'm a little bit more confident with seaming now than I was in 2017 when I started this. And that's what I mean. I got done the really fun part, and then I went, okay.
Oh, it's really nice. Get that finished.
So anyways, it would be a really nice spring top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So I really need words. I really need to. So that's why I'm showing you. So next week I'm going to have one of the sleeves started.
Okay.
Okay. Hold me to it. Shame me if I don't do it.
Okay, no problem. I can do that.
Okay. Anyway, and this is the coast. And honestly, like I said, that's been in a bag for 3 years now. And this is, well, more than that, because this is 2022.
Yes.
And this is so soft. So, and I've knit other things with the coast, and I've not had
So is
a
that
problem
2 strands of coast?
Nope, one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
I
what I
see
mean.
why it's taking you a long time, because that's fine.
That's right.
That coast is
But you know
fine.
what? This was the tricky part, and it took less time because it was interesting.
Yeah,
Anyways,
so this is
I
coast.
will work on that. I'm going to block it tomorrow.
Look at how
And then I'll
fine
pick it
that
up.
is. That's pretty darn fine. What size needles are you using?
3 1/4.
Yeah, I'm not getting the brittle in this. This was so soft.
Mm-mm. But who knows? It could have been, maybe it was a particular color and the dye that was in that color, or
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway.
Janet also asked what was the name of the vest pattern that I had. I did some pictures on the weekend of it. It was called the Always Vest by Anna Daku. And I couldn't love that vest more. I didn't think I was a vest person. I am completely a vest person. I love it. It's so easy to style. I wear it with a dress. I wear it with like a puffy sleeve shirt. On the weekend, I had it underneath a denim jacket. And that was one of the things that I loved about it, because you don't have all that extra bulk in the sleeves. You've got that little bit of a warmth like across your chest, because it was dang cold on the weekend. But you can still wear it inside of a, like a lighter weight coat. I just really like it. There's more vests in my future for sure. I've already looked up a couple of others.
Someone wanted to know if anybody knows, are there any other types of wool without cotton that are cool? Linen.
Yeah.
Bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
Tencel.
Yes, tencel for sure.
Silk. Mm-hmm. So I think what happens is when you actually get wool in it, it gives it more body, or more structure, a little bit more structure. Like cotton can stretch out. Like, as I know, like I've got a cotton cover up that I knit, and it will stretch out. But then once I wash it, I just throw it in the dryer a bit, and then it kind of comes
back in shape. Yeah.
But you do have to be careful with it, because some cottons will shrink to the point that they won't go back to. Because I know the dishcloth cotton I use, my dishcloths are probably 20 by 30 when I'm done them, but when I wash them, they shrink quite a bit, and they don't go back to a bigger size. But that could be the tightness of the weave too.
Hi, Susan. Susan's here. She says she's late to the party. Nobody's ever late to this party.
No one's late. That's right.
There's no time. Elaine wants to know if I've ever used the coast held with the Titicaca. Yes, I did. That's what I made my first ranunculus sweater in. And I was wearing that one on the weekend. Actually, well, that's what I used this for. So I was holding this and it's way up there. And the Titicaca.
Yeah.
Together. Love it. Love it. There are more of these sweaters in my future. Let me just tell you that. I can't believe how soft that sweater is. It just feels amazing. It's so soft. You don't even, and it just feels like you're wearing nothing. So yeah, definitely use that combo. Going to use that one again. What else do we have in here?
Rosie says she's making a ranunculus with just one strand of coast, and it's really light. There's lots of people that have done ranunculuses with like one strand of mohair. So it's just like a little layering. Yeah. Like a little layering piece. Yes. But yeah, it would be really nice in I can't seem to knit. I don't like knitting when it's that loose, because for me and my lifestyle, I catch it on way too many things.
I feel like that would be the case for me too. Like something has to be a little tighter weave for me, for sure.
Well, especially with grandchildren that you're picking up, and just, I don't know, too many things. I'm klutzy. I would get it caught on too many things. So, I was going to not that one, this one. So Pearl Soho Linen Quinn is a beautiful light yarn to knit with, and it holds its body. Now, I think the linen quill does have some wool in it, but it does have linen. Does it have cotton?
I can see it, but I can't see the label from here.
But yes, it's well, I've got it. I haven't knit with it yet. So I have to do that. I think I have 3 sweater quantities.
Do you really?
I do. But I need to get knitting that. So, and I will after I finish this one.
Yeah.
So
I picked this sock back up again. I hadn't worked on it for a while, and it's the Sunday.
Oh, the Sunday.
Is it Sunday morning?
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon by Rose Hill Yarns. Look at how pretty this is. Look at that. Look at that color. And then I have the green heel.
I know that looks so different. It makes the yarn look so different because with mine, I got the rosy pink accent, and it makes the yarn look so different.
I know. It's just really, I love the colors though. So, and then I put a cable in the sock, but I'm just having fun working on something, I don't know, different again. I don't know why. It's pretty. It's really pretty color. I love the colors. I don't know. All the things to knit.
So back to Rosie's ranunculus. She said she's doing it on a 3.75 millimeter needle, and then she doubled the pattern counts. Well, that would make you get a little bit more. The fabric wouldn't be quite so loose then.
Right.
So that would make a really nice sweater.
That'd be interesting to see how that works
gauge,
out,
at that gauge, I think I could wear it.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, that would be much better. Yeah, that would look great. Teresa says, Noelle, you counted your shawls for us, but how many hand knit sweaters do you have?
A lot. I know my daughter-in-law was over the other day and she goes, how many sweaters do you have anyway?
Do you even know?
No. Nope. I know, but it's like, but I get so much pleasure out of knitting them and then so much pleasure out of wearing them.
Yes.
So like, it's not just, I'm not doing them just to wear them. I really enjoy knitting them. So anyway.
Rosie wants to know what heel I used. In this one, I used an afterthought heel, but I didn't knit it after. I got to where I wanted to put it in, and then I used Noelle's handy dandy idea of, instead of putting in the waste yarn, I just put a really long chow goo cable in there, and then I just went in and I knit in the heel, and now I'm just going to carry on and finish off the toe. So even though it's an afterthought, it has all of the same benefits of like a heel flap and gusset. When you're done, you're done. I don't have to go back and finish anything.
Plus you can try it on. So if you're not quite sure on how long before your toe, you can try it on. So
yeah, that was an ingenious little idea you had, to use the cables instead of the waste yarn, because I always used waste yarn.
Yeah.
So this is
anyway,
much better.
I am working on a sock. So this is the one I started on the train, but I didn't get very much done, and I still don't have very much done. But I have gotten into the pattern. So there's
the little short one, yeah.
Yeah. So there's the pattern. It's a really cute lacy pattern. So this is Midsummer Blossoms by This Handmade Life. And I'm just doing, it's just a little shorty sock. So you just do your rib, and then you go right into it's got a heel flap and a gusset. So I did the heel flap and gusset. And then it's just got this really cool little lace pattern that just goes down the front of the foot. And this is done in Mondine by Retrosaria. So it's 100% wool. But this time of year, I've been wearing my little shorty socks more because they're not as warm as, and plus now I tend to have like my my Allbirds or something on rather than my Blundstones. So I don't need a higher sock. So I want to do a few more pairs of shorties, because I do have lots of pairs of socks, but I don't have lots of pairs of shorties. So I'm going to do
Michelle, I don't think it's your internet. It looks a little glitchy to me too.
I know,
I've been watching that.
I don't know why.
What's going on. So I thought we had all of these internet issues resolved finally, but I guess, I don't know. I'm checking my internet, but it's, I don't know. So sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too annoying. What else Beth said she's wondering if Noelle's wardrobe is bigger than her house.
No.
Somebody else did ask though, is how do you store your sweaters?
Mine are kind of folded or rolled, and we've got built-in cupboards. We live in an older house, and we've got built-in cupboards up top. So I kind of keep them in there, but I put little lavender sachets that I refresh with lavender oil and stick them in with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I actually was thinking about this year about washing them and rolling them up and putting them in and under bed storage, just so that I don't have them packed in so much, so that it's easier to find the one that I want when I'm looking for it.
Right.
Right. So then I just have my summer ones there. And then when we get to next winter, put those away and take the other ones out. So we'll see.
Yeah. Sharon is asking, how do you place the cables for the afterthought heel? So when I get to the spot, and I actually have a tutorial for this too on my Tangled Stitch channel. If you want to watch that, the only thing that you'd have to do is substitute the waste yarn that I show in the tutorial for the cables. So I get to the row where I want to knit the, put the heel in. So I would knit across the here, right there on the, where I would end my row. And then I would put in, that's when I slipped in the second needle. And then you knit around a full row regular, and then you knit one more row and put the needle into that row. So then you've got your cable, and then I knit a few more rows, but then you have your 2 cable needles with an untouched row in between. And that's the row that you cut and you pick it out, and then it's already on the needles ready to go. So all I have to do is just pick up and keep knitting and put the heel in. So,
and that's it. When I do it that way, I usually knit a few rows into the foot of the sock first. So you've got maybe an inch or so, and then I go back and do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So someone had asked about this Handmade Life. She does have amazing patterns, and they're actually not very expensive. I've done quite a few of her patterns. And the Midsummer Blossoms one that I'm doing now, it does have 2 options. It also gives you an option for a striped one with just a little bit of lace at the top, but it's a longer sock. So, and I think her patterns are like $3 US, like they're really, really reasonable, and they're really nice. And she actually does have, I think, quite a few free patterns as well. So.
Somebody was also asking if we've made the half and half shawl yet. No, but
we've looked at it.
We've looked at it, and Noelle actually gifted me yarn for Christmas to make one. And I've been looking at it lately thinking I should get that cast on so I have something to work on during knit chat. So that's probably, I'm going to put that on the needles really soon. And
yeah, I have to get something easy put on the needles for waiting knitting. I don't have anything right at the moment that's just so
okay. Well, you know what? Let's do a giveaway. We've got something queued up ready to go here. So we're going to give away. We made these up before we went to, well, Noelle made them and I just did a little bit, but she made up these little pouches before we went to Knit City. And they've got our logos on the front, and inside the pouch is some pony cord lacing that we use.
There's, I'll just show my sweater. There's,
yeah, I was going to pull mine out, but you've got it there. Yep.
You can use it. I'm holding my sleeves on it for this sweater. You can put it in around your bottom of your sweater if you want to try it on. Really versatile. I love it. I don't know how I knit sweaters before without, it was such a pain before to have to transfer your stitches either onto another needle or put them on a piece of waste yarn. It's so easy just to slip them onto the cord, try it on, and then slip your stitches right back onto the needle. So.
And then we've also got a little pouch in there, an envelope that has some of our favorite types of stitch markers. It's got some of the colorful light bulb markers that I like to use for sleeves and socks. And then it also has
these right here,
the little rings.
Yep, these little
bead that we like.
There.
I love those. Those are my favorite too.
And I just want to say, someone mentioned in Knit Chat 2 weeks ago that they really liked using one of the markers with a green bead on it, because green meant go for the beginning of round.
Great
idea. That is amazing. I have been doing that. It was so, that's what I did for my Corvus sweater. And it was so, I could tell so easily, okay, I'm at the beginning of the round again. Yep. So that was an awesome idea.
So what you have to do, just a minute here, start collecting, is, I'll show this up here. If you type in hashtag stitch marker, if you're interested in one of those little bags, then we're going to let those comments collect for a little bit. And then we'll do the little wheel and we'll do a draw and we'll see who wins.
Yeah, like like I find I use lots of the pony cord. It's nice to have like a little bag. I've got a bag that's got them in it, but it would be nice to have like, you know, a little one to be able to put in your different project bags. So, you know, you've always got them there. So yeah, we hope everybody else likes it as much as we do, but I find it makes it so easy for trying things on. So, and I know when I do top down, I try on a lot.
I do too. And I did with this sweater. And then I tried it on many times more because I wanted the perfect sleeve length too.
Right, exactly. So,
because often I don't do a full sleeve length. I'll do a 3/4, but with this one I did a full length. So I wanted it to be right. Cabling here with no cable needle, 6 stitches.
Kelly, I didn't even attempt to knit tonight. Like, have all these projects all over here and I haven't knit a stitch. So, but because I have nothing that's just, I guess I could work on my sweater.
Well, I really like, I'm into these socks again now. So now I want to finish them, right? Because
I have to get my other Croy sock cast on because that's good knitting for just, I'm going to see my mom tomorrow. It's good knitting to have there. So just easy and I can talk and don't have to think.
Okay, where are we at? I've still got some comments coming in. Okay, we'll let it go a few more seconds here.
Okay, in the meantime, I did actually get a spinning project finished. So my next one to go on the wheel now is yours.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
So this, and I'll show it again once we do the screen, but this is what I just finished.
Okay.
But I'll show it again after, but this is my first 3-ply, right? Because all the other ones I've done have been 2-plies. So I just kind of divide the yarn in half and then spin it and then ply it together. So this one, I divided the yarn in 3, did 3 separate bobbins. So I weighed out the yarn so that I had the same amount for each bobbin and then spun them and then plied them together. And I got about a sport weight, which is pretty good, but I really want to be able to spin it thin enough to get a 4-ply with.
Okay. Oh, you can do it. I know you
can. To get a fingering 3-ply. Right? I know sometimes fingering's called 4-ply, but it's only going to be a 3-ply, but a 3-ply fingering weight. So,
okay. Yeah. I think we are at the end. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to hit the button here and see. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it works. It's our glitchy internet.
Oh, it's working. Hopefully it'll work all the way through.
Slowing down. It's slowing down.
Lisa loves stitching.
Yay! Congratulations. Confetti and everything.
Congratulations, Lisa.
All right. So
Kelly, you can pop our email address up there.
I'm getting there.
Okay. In the meantime, here's my skein of 3-ply sport weight. This is John Arbin Devonia, and the color is Broken Flower. And it's like, it's
very similar to your sweater. Yeah, very similar.
Anyway, so the 3-ply was kind of fun. So Kelly, yours is next on. So this is Kelly's color. So it's going to get divided up and that'll go next on the wheel.
Okay. So Lisa, if you can send your information through to the email that I've got on the screen, then we'll get that out in the mail to you. And the last time we did a giveaway, we did something else too, and we're going to do it tonight because we recognize that we do have a lot of viewers that still watch this after the fact and not live. And we want to make sure that they're included as well. So, okay, Noelle, I'll let you talk about that and I'll get this off the screen.
So we want to offer everybody else a chance that watches after to be able to get one of the little kits too. So what we want you to do is just go in and you'll do it. Anybody that's already here can also go in and enter again too if you want to, but you've got to go in after the video goes up. if you put it in right now, we don't see those comments, but afterwards we do. So what you need to type in is, we want you to let us know what is your favorite weight of yarn to knit with.
Yes. And just put it in the comments below the stream after it's finished. And we will let that roll
and tell us why.
Tell us why. Yeah. It's I'm always interested to see why people do the things they do with the yarn they like. And
like,
then,
what is your favorite?
Honestly, it's DK weight is my favorite weight.
Okay.
It's not my most used, but it's my favorite yarn to use for a sweater project. So anything that's in and around that DK weight. But obviously I knit a lot of socks and I don't knit those in DK. So I would say sock weight as well. DK and sock weight. What about you?
Mine is a fine, a light fingering is my favorite yarn to knit with.
Really?
Like the super soft, like the super soft or the coast or Shetland yarn, like Shetland Spindrift, anything like that is just like my favorite yarn to knit with.
Well, see, I really like those too, but then I'm doubling them up with something or putting them with a mohair. So then it ends up at a DK again, right?
I don't mind knitting them with something, but I prefer just the feel of that type of yarn knitting with it just single. So, but anyway, thanks everybody for the spinning. It's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we'll see. It's getting there. I'm getting there. Now I'm so worried about doing yours, Kelly, because I'm like, what if it's not? What if it doesn't turn out right?
It's going to be fine. It's going to be perfect.
Anyway, it was fun. It was like, when I get to I can't understand. There's spinners that spin a whole bunch of stuff up and have them on bobbins, and then they don't ply them immediately. Like, I can't wait to get to the plying part, because that's how you see how the yarn's gonna
right?
look.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah. So I just finished spinning that yesterday, and at like 5 o'clock this morning, I'm like, okay, I can ply it now. and I can't wait to see what it's like plied. So the plying never takes long, just the actual spinning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of people are saying they like the DK too. So I'm not alone in that.
Okay. So Rosie's asking about the super soft and the coast and what needle do I use? This one here that I'm working on is basically done on a 3.25, but I would also go down to a 5 or a 2.75 with it. And like when I use the Holst, like in my this sweater, I am using a 3mm needle with the super soft. So I think it's a 28 stitch gauge.
That's such a pretty color. See, it's right here behind my head too.
I know, I really like that color. So
I'm going to put that with I know that I'm going to put that with that Surrey alpaca that we got.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I want to show you guys another little thing.
Okay.
Well, I had my love note on, finally. That's the first time I wore it. I thought, oh, well, the weather's still cool enough to wear it. And I know I've showed you this before, but I wanted to show you these little tags that my husband makes for me.
Oh, they turned out really good. I like them.
See, it's leather, and he stamps my initials in them. And then he's got this little woven like tea towel thing in the middle. So it's just got NN and then the little woven tea towel thing in the middle. And he's just got a leather punch, and he does it with that. And he's made me them in I've got them in different colors of leather. So he did me some like in the, there's just like the really, it's turned the wrong way. So like the ivory, and then there's like the dark brown.
Where did he get the leather from?
Oh, I just got the leather for him just at Michael's. You can buy like sheets of.
Oh, okay.
Sheets of leather. And then the other was just that camely color, like the one that's on my love note. But they're nice because you can put them kind of on the front of your sweater, and then I know what the front and the back is, because half the time I'm taking out a sweater and looking at it and going, okay, where are the short rows? Which is the front? Which is the back?
I have some tiny brown, just very neutral little buttons that are very flat. And I always sew a button into the back of my sweater at the neckband.
Okay.
Because sometimes you just can't tell, right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, Beth has tags too. Nice. I like the tag idea. I like it for hats.
Yeah. Yep. Majo says he's such an awesome hubby. Yeah, he is. He makes me lots of things. So
yeah, he's pretty good. He's a good yarn hubby. That's for sure.
Okay, Gail wants to know how they launder. Gail, so far I've got them on some of my sweaters and they've been fine, but all my sweaters basically just get soaked. So now that's a lighter color, so we'll see what happens with that. But so far I haven't had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Plaska says
one lady, stitching a little flower in the back.
I used to sort of do that with my sweaters. I stitched in, it looked like a little bow tie. And then I locked it in with some locking stitches just so I would know. But then I found these tiny little, they're just small buttons and I really like those. So.
Yeah, because it is sometimes hard to tell.
Yeah, it is.
And like, I find the ranunculus hard to tell sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, there's one in the back of my ranunculus. Yeah.
Yep. So Gail says she ordered Coast from Denmark and she thought the price was great and the shipping was fast.
The shipping is super fast.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. Well, it always has been for me. I know you've waited a couple of times, right?
Just once. I think I've ordered 3 times, and the first couple of times it was good, and then the second time you ordered yours after me and got it before me.
Yeah, and yours got lost. Not somewhere. Lost.
It was in Canada though.
Stuck in Canada, probably at like a customs place or something. I need a light bulb stitch marker. I need a light bulb.
I can't pass one through the through the internet.
I brought the wrong little set of bags downstairs. That's all. Oh well. We've still got. So we're going to be podcasting soon, and maybe this weekend, because I have finished a sweater, people. I have almost finished a second sweater. It's going to be some kind of a record for me for sure. And I did a little bit of sewing for Miles for Easter. So yeah, I've got some finished things to show off. And so we're going to podcast soon, but we decided to run our Smash That Stash for another month.
Yep.
I should put that up just a minute. There we go. But we will still have a draw because it was supposed to end at the end of March. Yep. So we're still going to do a draw for the end of March that we will give away on the next podcast. And then we'll do another draw at the end of April because it was really a popular make along. Everybody jumped in on it and we just decided to keep going with it. Yep. I have knocked down some stash, but then, I just turned around and bought and that kind of leveled itself out. I didn't really get any further ahead, but I definitely got some things used up out of stash.
We should have a Smash That Stash and don't buy anything for a month, Kel.
Heck no. That's crazy talk.
We don't have to enter.
And then the other one that we have going all the time is all year long is our KNP socks. 2022 socks. Noelle, do you want to talk about that one?
Yep. The sock count goes from the beginning of January until the end of December. We have prizes every month. So it doesn't matter when you started your socks, just put them in the finished object thread when they're finished. And at the end of every month, we draw both a pattern prize, which is donated by Natalie from Remembrances Pottery, and a yarn prize. And when we draw, we don't just draw the ones that were put in that month. We go back to the beginning of January and draw from the beginning of January to the end of that month. So the more pairs you get in there, the more chances you have to win all year long. So, and our goal for 2022 is to get 2,022 pairs of socks in 2022.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Everybody's saying it's going to be torture for them not to buy anything. It would be torture for me not to buy anything.
Yeah.
But my husband would love it.
Yeah, he would for sure.
Yeah. So, but I mean, honestly, I really do have some gorgeous yarn that I just need to knit up. So
something else that I've got sitting up here that I want to talk about is the Joy Soap Company. And I'm going to put this up here. There. So this is something that I used a ton of when I was sick last week because it just felt like the driest lips ever. I couldn't stop them from drying out. And they have these lip balms. I love these lip balms. There are precious few ingredients in them. There's organic coconut oil, beeswax, and oils. And they are so smooth on your lips. And they come in these little biodegradable containers. And they're sort of like a push pop. So you just push them up from the bottom. Some of my favorite lip balm. And this code that you see at the bottom of the screen, they have offered this code. So if anybody purchases from them and they use the code Knits and Pieces, you will get 10% off of your shopping basket. And they also have the lotions.
The lotion. Yep.
For the hand. And I wish you could smell this. This is my favorite.
I don't use it just on my hands. Like when
you use it over your whole body.
Yes.
I know.
Yep.
And this is my favorite scent. It's called Hippie Heaven. And it's just, I love it. Sometimes I just leave it open on my table down here so I can smell it too. But it goes on so smooth, and it's a real treat for your hands and any part of your body. But yeah, you should check them out. Okay, that's all I have on that page. Now I'll get back over to the comments. Oh, and I should mention too that if in the last few weeks, if you've won something from us and you haven't gotten it yet and you're wondering where it was, due to me being sick, I finally got everything shipped out at the end of last week. So if you haven't received something yet that is coming to you, rest assured it is still coming to you. Everything went out last week, so you should have that in your hands soon. Because I think there were a few of the pouches that I shipped out. I think there was some yarn that I shipped out. Trying to think what else. I thought there was something else, but maybe not.
There might have been some yarn from I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Judy's asking if the Joy Soap Company is in Canada. It is. It's actually from St. Thomas, which is about an hour away from us. It's really close. And it's a family-run business. Yeah. And
some of the proceeds go to charities.
Yes.
So
local and global. They have an assortment of charities that they donate to. So I encourage you to treat yourself to some things from their shop. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have? Do we have anything else?
I have a pile of stuff all around me, but no knitting got done on this knit chat.
No knitting. Well, I hope everybody else got some knitting done. I know we don't get a lot done, but no. I'm sure all of you do. I got a few rows in, not very many, maybe 5 or 6.
I did not get a single stitch.
But it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It is pretty.
Rose Hill yarn.
Rose Hill. And they make the nice little half skein sock set. So you get like a half skein of the main color, and then you get I think it's a 20-gram mini.
20-gram mini. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is perfect because then you don't have a whole lot of leftover.
No.
So.
No, I don't like having leftover. I like to have it done and gone. Yes, it is Sunday afternoon, by the way, too. The colorway. But I really like her colorways. She had a new one that just came out. I can't remember the color. I didn't buy this time, but it was a really pretty colorway. I resisted hard. But
I find it's better to not even look.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
right.
I am going to start another press sweater this week, though.
Are you?
Yes, I'm doing another test knit for Beth McDonald Stone. So it's kind of a wintry sweater, but it's done in like on a 5mm needle. I think it's an 18.5 stitch gauge. So I am actually going to do it in stash yarn. So I am going to do it in Let Lopey. And Let Lopey, it's been so long since I've knit with it. This yarn I have had in my stash for probably over 25 years. So it's old stash. So my main color is going to be black. And then I think it's got 4 contrast colors. So I've got a variety of colors here. Of course, I've dropped them all over the floor. So I've got to pick them up. Just a minute. Kelly, talk.
Oh, I was typing, but I'll answer it. Rosie wanted to know if they had a storefront. She lives close by, and I said, I'm saying no, they don't actually have a store. They are at some farmers markets, and I'm not sure which ones.
I think she was at if you go onto their website, I think they might be at like a local grocery store in St. Thomas.
Yes, but
I think she posted something about that.
If you place an order and you let her know when you're going to pick it up, she will have it out on the porch, and you can just do a porch pickup. Yeah.
Okay. So there's my colors. And I have to leave one of them out. So I haven't decided yet which one I want to leave out. I definitely want this one. So
you have to leave one out?
I have to leave one out. I was thinking maybe either this one or that.
Take the rusty brown one out and let me see it again.
This one?
Yeah, take that one out and let's see the rest. That's what I'd go with right there.
That's what I was thinking.
Really?
No, it was. And especially since I just did one in this, like my other sweater's kind of in that color, but that is what I was thinking, because I thought it's got nice contrast in all the colors, and then there's nothing that's really close to each other.
That looks good.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm kind of interested to work in Let Lopi again. I haven't knit anything in 25 years. So, and I have enough yarn. I've got enough of the black for the mane, and yeah, I don't think that shouldn't take too long to work up. So, but
oh, I can't believe that. Rosie is saying that she started a ranunculus on the way to Cancun 10 days ago. And some looked at her strange, knitting around the pool. I always knit when I travel.
Yes, so do I.
And then she said somebody actually made a rude comment. You have to be kidding me. Who could make a rude comment about a knitter? And you're on vacation. You do what you want to do.
Oh, Klaska says leave out the white. I like though. It's not a white. It's hard to see the colors on here. It's like an oatmeal color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to see. I think I like the white. So we'll see. I think I'm going with leaving this one out so far, but sometimes I start knitting something and don't like it and change it. So,
well, something else you can do too is take a photo,
wrap it around it. Yes, or you can wrap them around it. Well, that'll show me contrast.
That'll show you contrast. See what if you look at it in black and white in a monotone. Yeah.
But if you want to see what the colors kind of look like beside each other, you're supposed to just take a cardboard and wrap them in the order that they're going to be in the sweater, and then you'll get an idea of what they're going to look like. So
yeah. Elaine wants to know, do you get arm pain from all your knitting? I never do.
No.
Or hand or wrist or anything. I'm pretty lucky that way. I don't get that, but I also don't do maybe as much, but I did lots last week. I did lots and I didn't get sore.
Okay. Some people think I should leave the rust in. Well, I'm going to have to see. It'll be a surprise when I show you what colors I used. Oh, and someone tells leave out the blue. That's why we all have individual sweaters, because we all pick different combinations, and nothing's wrong.
No,
it's just personalization.
Absolutely. Oh, so Lynn has a good idea. She says use the core of a toilet paper roll to do your swatching on. Yeah, that is a good idea.
Yep. So
good.
Because we all know I'm not going to do a real swatch.
Yeah, we know that. So is it like a Colorwork yoke, the pattern? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm anxious to see
it. It's a Colorwork yoke, and then it's got kind of skinny sleeves, and then it's just like kind of a boxy fit. I think it'll be really nice, but I think when I get it done, I'm not going to be wearing it till next year.
No, well, hopefully not. I mean, I say that
you never know. You never know.
Yeah. I honestly didn't think that we'd get snow again, but here we are with snow again. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But,
okay, well, everybody's talking about the cardboard swatch, so I'll do that. I'll take the toilet paper thing, and I'll do a couple of them, and I'll get a picture together for it.
Okay.
And see.
Yeah, and then we can compare.
Yeah. Yep.
And we still won't all agree. It doesn't matter.
No, that's right. But it'll just be a good way to show how that works, to show you how the colors are going to look.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and in the order that you're putting them in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think it's about time to wrap it up. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. And my voice has talked enough.
I haven't had dinner yet. I got to go get something to eat.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See the sacrifices we make. Yes, giving up dinner. Oh, well. So anyway, it was absolutely lovely to see everybody again tonight.
It
And
was. It
spent
was so
time.
nice to. It was like 2 weeks just seemed like so long not to talk to everybody.
It was too long. I missed everybody.
I know, and Kelly had even asked me, well, why don't you see if Jacqueline will do it? Well, they had COVID too.
They're sick too. I know.
So,
At this point, I think it's, you can count more people that have it or have just gotten over it than don't have it. It seems to be, thankfully it seems to be a lesser sickness right now, aside from the coughing, I could get through it just fine. So it seems to be weakening as time goes on, but it seems like everybody has it. So it was good to be back here tonight. It was totally good to be back here tonight and see everybody. And thank you for joining us. And
yeah.
we'll be here next Tuesday again. So don't forget to put your comment below. And
yeah. So, tell us what your favorite weight of yarn is to work with and why.
And while you're down there, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, do that too. All righty. Take care,
Okay,
everybody.
Have a great week and happy knitting. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.